Welcome back to the Market Wolf. I am the Market Wolf, where I give you the best bear case, the best bull case, and I give you my opinion. We're going to be quick with this today, and we're going to cut right to the chase. Look, we got a rough day here today. It was rough.
Scotty, we need more speed. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. She can't take any more.
You can say that again, Scotty. She can't take much more of this, and there's a couple reasons why. So, the best bear case I'm going to give you right now is that we are back testing this channel. You can see that what I've identified here, sniffed out and detected for you, is that we are actually developing two sub-channels here at the bottom of this descending channel. So we are actually cut into essentially 1, 2, 3, 4 sections that we are moving through in this downward descending channel. And just like I called yesterday, we broke through that purple fib retracement line there, and we are headed potentially back up. The best bear case I can give you, I think, is that we get rejected off of the top of this descending channel right here, and then we go down, we back test here. We may try and bounce up, get rejected, and then flush down, and tomorrow could be an absolute bloodbath. That's the best bear case I can give you, because really, we're getting into no man's land. And as far as the rest of the bear case, look, there's nothing good happening right now. Nothing good happening. We're very bearish. Even on the 30-minute, you can see we're underneath all of the EMA lines. We have had a bearish divergence. I want to take you out very quickly to the 4-hour just to see if we've got total confirmation on this bearish divergence at this point. I'd be surprised if we don't. And yes, we do. We've got total confirmation on this bearish divergence. And so just let's check the daily to see if that also holds true. You can see we're just now getting some momentum to the downside continuing on the 4-hour, which is just crazy. So definitely very bearish there. The exiting volume on the daily, have we completed the bearish divergence here? Almost. It is almost totally complete on the daily, but not quite yet. It doesn't have to complete. Keep that in mind. The higher time frames do hold more weight, and so we'll have to see what happens. What we need to detect is, let's talk about the bull case, because the bear case is fairly obvious. The best bull case is really that we're underbought, but there's more to the bull case than just, we're underbought, and so, we could potentially turn around. There's actually somewhere else we need to check. So, the bull case here is that, and I'm going to be somewhat specific about this for you. The bull case is that we could come from here, we could bounce here, back test, bounce up, and we can follow this fib line bouncing up and retracing all the way up, and we could potentially form a cup here, all right? And then we would either break down and spill out, or we would continue on our merry way up. So that's the bull case. But since we have no real indication other than the fact that we're just overbought on all the time frames, underbought on all the time frames, really. I mean, we can go all the way out to the daily, and you can see that even on the daily, we are underbought, and we're starting to curl up on the 30 and some other areas, but I mean, we're still just sliding down on the daily, so it's not looking great there. Not increasing exiting volume, but still pretty steady. Momentum seems to potentially be against us in the daily. But how do we identify what's really going on here? Let me take you to the 30-minute really fast. I'm going to show you why we need to pay attention to this, especially if you're playing this to the downside or the upside, really. You need to know how this works. You see this big spike here? Look, this has happened several times since our big slide down, right? Now, this was not a max pain event, but we get one here. Two big ones, right? We've had a couple of small waves where we couldn't really break out of this channel, but we definitely went up and tested, right? And we had this big one, of course, back here. So several times. I want to show you here that if you look at the date, this was happening This rise up was happening on May 4th, and then by May 5th, you're starting to descend. I want you to check out the dollar, okay? This is the dollar, the DXY. Let's look at what was happening on May 4th. Oh, we were going down, and then, by May 5th, we were starting to shoot back up. That's because right now we have exiting dollars in the market, and they are going back into a flight of safety. They're going into the dollar. And so you are going to see that relationship play out over and over again. So if you are playing to the upside on SPY, you want to be watching the dollar go down. If you're playing the downside on SPY, you want to see the dollar increasing and continuing to go up. Now, I think right now I want to take you to the 2 hour on the DXY so I can give you an idea of where we're actually going to go on the SPY, and I'm going to give you my opinion now on where we're going to go on SPY. So I think right here, this looks a little bit like an M-topping reversal on the 2 hour. It looks like we might roll over. We might back test 103.238. We may even come back down and back test 102.781. It's possible. Okay, we can even come all the way down to 102.524. Now, what you don't want to see, if you're playing the S&P 500 to the downside, you don't want to see the DXY break below this red line at 102.171, because, let me take you out to the daily so you can see this clearly. We are completing a giant cup and handle. And if you're listening to other stock guys on the channels and they don't have a clue why this is happening, you should be leery of their advice that they're giving. We'll put it like that. But yeah, you can see here that if we invalidate this cup and handle that's being formed here, then that's that, okay? And we would spill out, but I get the sense that we will have a continued flight to safety. There's no good news in the economy right now. Everything continues to seemingly get worse. Now, eventually, this flight to safety in the dollar, it will end, okay? And then you're going to start to see commodities rise up again, like gold, silver, things like that. And that's where a new flight of safety will start, because honestly, have you checked your grocery bill? Have you checked your gas bill? Are prices going down? No, absolutely not. In fact, inflation is actually beginning to get kind of scary at this point. You've got the baby formula shortage, and other shortages that we're dealing with here. Things are just not good. So pay attention to the bull case for SPY. That's what I'm telling you. In my opinion, I definitely think that there's a possibility that if we don't flush down tomorrow on that bear case, we are definitely going to start building structure, and I think we could try and complete this cup. I also believe, since we've got all these EMA lines on top of us, even on the 30-minute, that we could get rejected by any one of these. Let me take you out to the 4 hour, because I just want to get a better sense of where we are there. And I think that would be more helpful for us. No, sir. Let's see. I want to zoom in so we can see this really well. So, yeah, so we could build structure and end up getting rejected somewhere along the way by the 20-day moving average, or even if we came up into this yellow zone, if we have a big event like we did last time, and I could definitely see that, and I could also see us getting rejected by the 50-day. So remember, if you're playing UVXY, you want to catch these moves to the downside, not the upside. If you're playing SPXY, vice versa. If you're not getting at least 15 to 20%, that is not probably worth your time on taxes. You are looking for that precipitous drop. Right now, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling. Think we're going to ride this back up briefly. We could get rejected at any point tomorrow and then head back down. I doubt very seriously that we're going to break down completely right away. Although, if you look at what's happening at Bitcoin and other places, it's very possible. Remember, Keep an eye on the DXY. That's your bear case. That's your bull case. I'm the Market Wolf, and I will see you next time. Check out these charts underneath the description box, and please like, subscribe, and share. Catch you next time.